What's up everyone, welcome to a new market update. Bitcoin is still consolidating beneath a crucial level and we are still correcting like we are not following plan B's model. So what are we going to discuss today? We're going to dive into the topic of what you should be looking at if you want to build a portfolio, if you want to seek gains after this correction. We're also going to dive into a few crucial levels for Bitcoin to watch if it wants to reverse at this point. And we're going to look at that portfolio that you should be thinking of if you want to build or if you want to use this dip in your own profit or for your own profits. Before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update. Also do not forget to check out our Black Friday deal. 30% discount on our newsletter, 30% discount on our memberships. Until Monday, you can use this in your advance. You can use this to develop your own strategy in this portfolio or follow me with my trades. Finally, do not forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram, which you can find beneath, where you can find daily content on the markets. So let's get to the charts. Let's get to the topic of today, which is building a portfolio. So as the first topic is about Bitcoin correcting heavily here, I'm looking at a scenario what we might be achieving when it comes to Bitcoin at this stage and in the current downtrend, because we are actually downtrending. We are back in this range that we have discussed previously, and we are looking at a potential bottom in construction, probably at the bottom of that range before we can actually reverse. We've also seen in 2017 that corrections of 30% are actually likely to take place. So you shouldn't be becoming scared about the markets at this point. Any correction of 30% is just normal to be taking place in the market. So actually right now we're seeing one, or at least we're seeing one of 20 to 25%. And we might not even be there yet, given the fact that we've lost a crucial level, given the fact that equity markets are also on the edge of a further corrective movement at this point. So I've made this scenario yesterday in which we disclose or which we look at a potential bottom around 48k before we can continue moving in the bull cycle and at the beginning of next year. So I'm still assuming that we will be seeing a new run in Q1 of 2022 based on historical price action. So at this point, this is my primarily scenario in which we most likely are getting a bounce back up somewhere in the 56k region to 56.5, maybe wicking a little higher, creating another lower high. Then we're reversing or dropping down even more as we're still creating this downtrend. And then we finalize the correction at the point of 49k to 51k, after which we start to reverse once again at the beginning of Q1 of 2022. So the conclusion of that part is that we're getting quite close to the end of the correction, and we're getting quite close to a point where we could be looking at a reversal taking place, especially since I'm seeing more and more people becoming interested in shorts or closing their positions. And the more that you're going to see that, the more often you will be seeing a reversal taking place. And especially if you look at the fear and greed index, it's getting into fearland, which is another argument combined with all those higher time frame levels and combined with the fact that corrections of 30% are quite normal. And at the bottom, most people will become bearish when it comes to the markets. When we're looking at lower time frames for a little bit, we can see that there are a few crucial levels that we should be breaking. I've been marking those yesterday. We can have a bounce back up, which we currently are seeing. But in order to actually have bullish momentum, I preferably want to see 56k become support, as then we are back in this lower time frame range construction, and then we are looking at a test around 60k to be taking place. If we do not break above 56k, as we are seeing those levels here, I think we're going to have further downwards momentum. And even if we do break above 56k, I want to clearly see this flip in order to have continuation to the upside. Because if we bounce above or break above and we immediately reject and drop further, the trend is gone. The trend upwards is gone, and we're still continuing the downwards trend. But when we're looking at potential dip buying and a portfolio that you're looking to buy, I do not believe that you'll be better off by buying coins that have been going vertical in the previous months already. I think you're better off by projects that have not been doing too well in 2021, as the momentum often shifts. And when it comes to projects that have not been doing well, you're getting into the world of DeFi, you're getting into the world of oracles, and you're getting into the world of some layer 1s and maybe some Dino coins. I'm not going to cover this all, but I think that if you want to get into altcoins, the period is about to come in December. Usually it is actually one of the best periods. So you want to start building into a few of those projects. One of them is still high on the list, which is Atom. It has seen a beautiful move, currently correcting heavily. We might be correcting a little bit more, but after such a heavy correction as it has been doing here, the Bitcoin pair shows a period where we could be starting to have a reversal. And as you know, often December is a beautiful period for altcoins to buy. And in order to make a portfolio into the crypto markets, I think simplicity is key. Keep it simple with the larger caps first, because the smaller you go with the project that you're buying, the more risky it becomes, and it might not even be moving at all. So if you want to start building a portfolio, you want to get into the positions, I think layer 1s and large caps, which could be Dino coins, which could also be DeFi, could be the best start with a portfolio at this point. So what should you be looking at, or what are the top altcoins to buy? That's those 4 categories that I've been saying. Even Litecoin might be a great one at this point, as we are seeking for a higher low to be taking place. And when we go back in history and we create such a higher low, it is actually an argument to start running. And back in history, we also know that in the first quarter of the year, Litecoin does really well. We've had a run in 2015, but more likely we've had a big run in 2017, starting from February towards May. We've had this run in 2018, we've had a run in 2019, and we've had a run in 2020, which was quite small. But since then, we have been trending south, and we are eager for such a run to be taking place in Q1 once again. So coming to a conclusion of this small update, Bitcoin might be correcting a little bit more, seeking for a bottom around 48k if we can't break above 60k, if we can't make higher lows, higher highs. If we are going to bottom out with Bitcoin, it is time for altcoins to start or to shine. Then you're looking at older coins like Litecoin. You're looking at layer 1s that have not been moving well yet. You're looking at DeFi that has not been performing at all. And you're looking at oracles, which will go hand in hand. I hope you have enjoyed this update. Subscribe beneath, and I'll see you again tomorrow.